Hello, one and all. My name is Chris Mansfield. I am the DM for Dungeons, Dinners, and Dragon Drinks. Yeah, did it right this time.
You put an S at the end of dungeon.
Ah, one day,
There'll be multiple
day.
dungeons. We know this.
one day I will get it right. This is our lovely weekly D&D game where we have food, play D&D. None of us are professional anything except jackasses in some cases.
I'm a professional driver.
I'm a professional bitch.
That's a subcategory of jackass. His statement isn't incorrect.
So, let's go around the table. I am, by the way, having already finished my meal from last session. We do record 2 of these at a time now. I am now just enjoying a lovely cup of Abuelita hot chocolate.
Hi, this is John. I play Jin, and I
Drinking
am.
scotch.
No, actually, I am snacking on some curly fries and drinking a bit of Harlequin.
What kind of drink is that?
It's an orange liqueur.
Yeah.
It's basically Chambord's the black raspberry one. It's basically Cointreau.
Yeah,
okay.
it is a blend of
Shame I'm driving myself. I'd love
brandy
to
and cognac.
Yeah, it's usually just used as a mixer.
Right.
I'm not
like
risking
to
it.
taste some, by the way.
Hmm?
Would anybody like to taste some?
I'm good. I use it in several of my cocktails.
I don't drink.
Unless, of course,
Alcohol.
you're dunking your frickin' monkey bread in my goddamn lemon drop.
You know
Then
what?
it's like, oh, you're right. This is delicious.
You know what? I'm not sorry anymore.
You weren't sorry then!
I
Web?
was wrong. I did that.
I am Webb. I finished my meal, but I'm still drinking a Coke Zero Cherry. I
Web's
played
trying to
Rogar.
lose some weight.
I don't
It's
want
not
to
like
fall
you can
through
go
the
on long
floor.
walks.
Uh-oh.
That was fucked up.
I could hear the falling to the floor coming, and I cut it off.
At the very least, he's never fallen through one of my floors.
Hey, Webb, that was low.
I got bent knees. I'm already here.
Get low, get low, get low.
That's
Oh my
why
god, that works! He's got the dough. He got low because he wanted the dough, and now he's got it.
Chris, getting low is why we all have knee problems.
That's true.
I'm Shannon. I am currently drinking a Code Red, and I will be playing Levick, the really teeny gnome.
Even 4 no's. I'm Matt. I've just finished my own Abuelita hot chocolate, and I'm back to Mountain Dew Voodoo. PepsiCo, if you'd like to sponsor us, we'll take back everything we ever said about Pepsi Basic Cola. And
Coke, if you'd like to sponsor us,
we'll say it more.
I will bite the bullet and pretend I like you.
Whichever one pays more.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And I am playing Luke Finnegan, the half-dwarven, very literal child of a taxman and a smith.
I am Megan Mansfield. I am also drinking Abuelita hot chocolate. And if Mihai would love to sponsor me, I would really love your orange soda because I grew up on that shit. I can't get it anywhere around here.
The
And if
soda.
you want to bring it to me and send me some, I will sponsor that shit till my very last breath.
Oh my
And I also play Nymeria.
This is us
swear
just
it sounded
quoting-
like she said her name was Megan Manafort.
I'm Mega Man, the Blue Bomber. Super fighting robot. Mega Man. Oh,
Well, thank
We
you
just
for that
like-
being stuck in my head now.
we just aged
I
80%.
actually used to watch that.
Same.
Who didn't?
I saw a Mega Man, but it wasn't that series. It was like one of the newer ones where he fuses with the others.
Mega Man X or something.
I can't
Net
remember.
Chasers
What was
or
with the 2000s is just adding X to the end of things.
It made it
X is
better.
cool.
It means just add X to the beginning of things. X Games, Extreme, X parody of X-Men. That one just wrote itself.
See, no, all that was in the 90s. They had used
Oh
it all.
no, that Triple X parody of X-Men was...
Anyways.
I'm Jay. I play Renesk, half orc. I have finished my food. I have finished my down home punch, and I'm going back to my tea.
I'm
Don't
Danny.
spill it.
Oh. I'm Danny. I play Amber, and I'm right now working on a Pepsi Cola, and then I'll have a Mountain Dew Voodoo afterwards.
Thanks to Matt,
Voodoo.
so you might want to put a cap on that weapon.
I'm trying to. It
Voodoo,
doesn't want to let
voodoo.
go.
You do voodoo.
You remind me of the babe.
What thing?
Babe in the
Power.
tower.
What power?
Power
Voodoo.
Hoodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe.
It was Mega Man and Team Warrior. That was the What?
Get in the corner.
No, that
No,
was
she needs to shift about a foot to the right.
that was beautiful.
Just
Like,
nobody puts baby
Brief
in the
musical
corner.
moment. By the way, it was this. This moment brought to you by ADHD.
Attention deficit. Who's shiny?
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
What?
Big bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, God.
Now, if we're gonna do that, we have to go. Chicks dig giant robots. Oh, dig giant robots. I dig giant robots.
First time I ever
Nice.
heard Steve Bloom.
That was the.
Oh, it was not the first time you heard Steve Bloom. You just didn't know it yet.
It
No,
was
that
the
was my
piece
first
of
Steve Bloom.
good intro. It's like, hey, let's
Oh,
just
I'm
cater
sorry.
right to our base.
That was
We
the
know
peak
who's
of show.
watching this.
You know what killed it, right? I actually found out recently what about 2 years ago. I found out what killed Megas XLR.
You got 30 seconds.
Taxes. They wanted Cartoon Network was not doing great financially. They wanted a show to fail and get canceled for a big tax write-off.
You're actually right. I can tell you exactly who was my first Steve Bloom. Bang.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
I love a woman that
No,
can
we're not
kick
doing
my
it.
ass.
They had 2 teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills.
We are not about to go into obscure shows and or awesome opening themes.
What are the
This
monsters?
will be a session,
VR.
Welcome to our musical episode.
right?
And for the record, obscure TV shows, I will beat all of you. I had absolutely no life, and TV was my only friend.
You're
Jocelyn.
23. What?
Fucking yeah.
Rat Pack.
Mission Ignition.
Ooh.
Biker mice from Mars.
No?
Bonkers.
Ooh, excuse
I
me.
bet none of you have seen Vampires.
Yes, I have. I had to show it to Megan. She didn't believe it existed with the old
We have the
gypsy
need.
man.
Wait, why didn't she believe vampires existed?
Because Brian David Gilbert
Okay,
said so.
Those who have the fuel rule.
Fucking kidding.
The fucking evil ice cream. I love there was an evil ice cream truck.
What was the one with the fucking cowboys?
Oh, the
yeah.
Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
That's
Yeah.
it, Moo Mesa.
Which was basically like the cowboy version of.
I
the,
still remember the
Road
Siegfried and
Rovers.
Roy
Yeah.
cartoon series.
I remember Road Rovers.
Yeah.
Oh, Colleen was.
I remember Baby Max and even Mighty
Oh,
Max. and
Mega
Virgil.
Babies.
Actually, now that I
All
think
right, we need to stop. We need to stop. We're literally
Oh,
about to
yeah,
turn this
we-
into-
We're just showing
All
how
the way
old
in
we
the
are.
nostalgia hole.
like,
Yeah.
We're showing how old we are.
last session.
2 words, and then I did Princess Tenko. What the fuck? Okay, so that was 5 words. I don't care.
Last session, we picked up with a town brawl starting between two of the oldest families in town, the Jobin and the Harris. Started over 2 people holding hands. Such a
Forbidden
romantic
Well, the
notion.
brawl started.
And then someone got shot with a crossbow.
Well,
Did
the
anyone check the grassy knoll?
This
holding
entire
hands
town's-
was the year before. This one was just a carryover scene.
Yeah, we looked into, everyone kind of recovering from that moment. The last member of our group finally arrived back in town, having been out with her parents, looking for work, trying to continue to make a living. Really looking forward to this harvest festival, only to arrive after everything has turned to shit to find out she's missed all the candy. A town council meeting quickly followed, and a march to the Harris farm, where Thomas Harris, the eldest of the Harris family, was very quick to point out that there is, in fact, only one person known to own a crossbow in the entire town, that being one woodsman related to Levick, his father, Mr. Wasnick.
You know what this means? We're going to start a whole bunch of debates, and there's going to be this whole stuff about what's considered armed, what's considered not arms. Do we have background checks? Are there red flags to take care of?
Yes,
I want
you're
to
a gnome.
I
I'm
want,
not gnome.
I want to see the serial number on that crossbow.
You must be
Listen.
this tall to own a crossbow.
Assault-style crossbows are a menace. They need to be stopped. They are of no use for hunting.
Meanwhile, Luke has managed to run home without anyone noticing and has a full fucking conspiracy board with a red string.
There's now a black market for regular longbows. Like, I'm telling you, they're completely undetectable. No regulation to them. Listen, you just load and shoot. None of this, having to crank back a lever or nothing.
No, the wood itself. The wood itself is enchanted so that all you do is you pull back and then an ethereal string.
It'll make it
goes
through
up.
any mage's detection spell, guaranteed. But yes, having been kicked off the Harris farm, we pick back up with the town council making its way in the opposite direction towards the Jobin farm.
All I can picture now is Nicolas Cage selling crossbows in other countries.
Lord
I
of
like
war.
it better my way.
Some of my clients think that you can walk this right into the Mage's Tower. I personally don't recommend it.
There's one crossbow for every 1.2 grown men on this continent. That leaves the question, how do we arm the other one? Yes.
There's one crossbow for every 12 men, women, and children in this kingdom. Which means the only question is, how do we arm the other 11?
Oh, jeez.
Baby, oh, no,
By
no,
that logic, people are snorting either wood chips or bow resin.
No, it's metal slag.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
Fairy dust mixed with bow resin from your own equipment.
We call it long year. Anyways, yes. The town council is now marching towards the Jobin farm. Are you all still following? We did miss one thing. All but one member of the group did follow this town council. That being our responsible little dragon boy was like, I'm going to clean this up so I can
Luke!
Hi.
I've been doing survival checks to see how well I'm doing cleaning up.
Yeah, your kid tried to clean up a frickin' riot.
To be fair, he's the size of a 17-year-old.
No, only 10.
I take you all are continuing to follow the council.
I am.
Yes.
I will try to see if I can talk to my dad to point out the whole, how could they have a cross? He's not wrong. They can't have a cross. I've been taking notes. If you follow
Luke, I'm very glad you are investigating this. Please continue to gather your thoughts so that I may hear them later.
Okay.
Can I see that the others have left?
I missed this.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing you slowly circling everyone in the tall grass, undetected, but seeing everything.
Yeah.
Then yes.
Rogarth, you see the council walking back, all of your friends continuing to walk through. You gonna join? Nope.
A slow wave passing through the tall grass beside the road.
I am gonna break off, run up, and just spill the tea, fill them in. Like, hey. So right now, it looks like most likely Levik's dad shot old man Jobin.
Levin? Actually, yes. I'm going home.
Dad, what's going on? You have something you want to tell me?
Dad, why'd you credit your old man Jobin?
No, I'm going to go see if the crossbows there.
The last time you saw it, it was on. Your father was carrying it.
I don't think I want to go.
Where are you going?
I think I'm gonna. I think I'm.
So that's a 15 perception to watch to see when you start zipping across.
I think I'm gonna go and try and find my daddy.
Okay, you're gonna go find your family.
Okay, he's 5 feet behind Levik, also unseen in the tall grass.
That was a 15 perception to see him as he was going from place to place.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right there.
So you're heading home. You're heading home.
Sweet, sweet.
Or Levik's heading home. Nymira's heading home. I caught it this time. Aha! Renusk is continuing to clean up the
Rogarth?
town.
No, Rogar, that's
Or Rogarth is continuing to clean up the town. Are the rest of you all continuing to follow the council?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to follow him because I want to take a look at the crossbow because I think I was
Who's
the one
him?
close. Huh?
Who's
Oh,
him?
sorry.
I can't
Yeah.
see it.
Levick.
Gotcha.
Going to try and follow Levick because memory serves, I think I was the only one in the tavern able to see when they hauled Old Man Jobin in. So
Gotcha.
I'm probably the only one who could,
No.
out of us
Actually,
kids,
I don't know.
probably the only one who could.
No,
mentally
it
compare.
was you, Nymira, and Levick who all saw him being hauled in.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, still one of the few people who could compare the length of that bolt to the length of the bolts that his dad's
Or
crossbow
the color of the
shoots.
fletchings.
Yeah, that kind of thing too.
Okay.
Fades.
General, are you continuing to follow the council, or are you going with Nymira?
That's amazing. I don't know if he would actually do that. I mean, I know that the two families are having problems, but
Yeah, I don't
they're
know
supposed
why.
to be the adults. They always tell us to calm down and act like an adult.
Use your words.
Right.
Crossbow's a word.
Thunk.
So,
Crossbow's a point. I think they were trying
And
to
he
go
made
for
it.
depends on two things. Nymeria, are you just walking away, or would you tell me or our mom where you're going?
I'm gonna tell our mom, like, Mommy, I'm gonna go home with Dad.
Okay, so in that case, I would get back to mom, see she's not there, ask where she went. She'll tell me, okay, she's fine. She's with dad.
So you just
Gotcha.
did a drive-by gossiping on poor, sweet, helpful Rogarth.
Gotcha.
I can't help.
See, this gives me plausible deniability.
Y'all,
And
so we'll start with Levick. Yeah, you make your way home. Your dad is not there.
I'll look around for the crossbow.
Go ahead and make me an investigation. Go ahead and make it with advantage. It's your home.
I will stand outside the doors. I have not been invited inside, and I know my manners.
Okay.
Would you get in here? Very
Okay, there we go.
Help me look.
Real friends.
Well, my dad
Okay,
is
this
my dad has been
Luke
called a
is actually
bloodsucker
a vampire?
several times, so it makes
you're
sense
an
to be
undead
cautious.
human. That makes so
I mean,
much
His
sense.
father is the tax man.
So you are an undead
By
human. That
by
makes
its
so
very
much
by his
sense.
very nature, he is a
Soul
blood-sucking
sucking
parasite.
Better safe than sorry.
Oh, that would be fruitless. I had a 2 and a 3.
You do not find the crossbow anywhere.
So with a -4.
But
Could I make my own perception check with the power of being able to see over
yeah,
the...
this would be an investigation.
Oh, but
Yeah, go
And you
for
are taller.
it. You're going to
so-
make this with disadvantage.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know the
Going
place,
into his
but-
house.
I can at least see over the counters.
Yep.
Yeah, disadvantage still makes total sense because I'm not going to go wandering through someone else's house. That's rude. I've been told about that.
Actually, as a human child, you're probably about the size of Levick's parents.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
can see over the counters. 17 and 15, you said investigation?
Yes.
That is...
Intelligence.
Yep. So, 13.
13? Yeah, no crossbow still. You do, however, find some of the bolts.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not even going to make you roll. No. This is a gnomish-sized crossbow.
Well, your dad didn't do it. These bolts are about half the length of the ones used. The veins are black. And so, what color were the veins on the crossbow that was shot at Old Man Jobin?
Brown.
Yeah, these veins are black, and are they spring-loaded? Trink! Pop out to be new blades. Yeah, that bolt didn't do that. Sound, little noisemaker goes off. Step away.
Put it back! Put it back!
This arrow will self-destruct.
Whip.
I mean, it is a gnomish
Intruder
arrow.
detected. Intruder detected.
Yeah, your dad didn't do it.
Deploying countermeasures.
Don't
The
run.
bolt just gets up and starts running at you.
Why are you
Yeah, just combat roll out the door. Combat roll, combat roll, combat roll.
Little did you know those black veins were gunpowder.
Wait. I know how to fix this. I know how to stop it. I start whistling.
Floats up, stabs you in the knee. It's when you start. Actually, no, you start whistling. Remember, you don't know how to whistle.
I know how to stop this. Oh no.
Nymeria,
After.
you
You know exactly what I'm doing.
you head to your mom, or you head home. Your dad is not there.
Damn it.
Your dad has a job to do.
God, how dare you?
Yes.
You're supposed to be here at my every whim. God damn it.
I'm
First.
your favorite.
Okay,
I know
first
I
things
am.
first. I'm gonna raid the pantry.
Okay.
Sadness is forgotten. Child hunger is here.
There's food.
I thought they were the
You
same
eat it.
thing.
Well, they have the same cure, but they're not the same thing.
And then like I go back to where the others were.
Make your way to the Jobin farm.
Or do you mean back to the town square?
Back to the town. I'll go.
Nymeria wanders back up after a while. Meanwhile, the rest of you at the Jobin farm.
Grab the bolt. We'll go to the Jones Farm show.
You grab the bolt.
Unauthorized user detected. Unauthorized user detected.
Tentacles.
Deploying knockout gas.
This is what it's like.
Fall down.
Yes, Luke is already walking
A
back.
slightly smaller crossbow falls out of the arrow. Minority suspect. Minority suspect.
Luke has already walked back to the town square.
He's got a weapon. He's got a weapon.
I saw that clip on Facebook this morning.
Anyways, yeah, back at the Jobin farm, there is a fight going on. Like, there are people brawling at the gate. That is a very generous way of putting, there is just a guy getting jumped at the gate. Like, there are 4 people just stomping on this young man as the town council starts to walk up. Your dad breaks it into a run, as do several other members of the council. Like, oh, yeah, or rather, I'm sorry, Amber, your dad breaks into a run as several other members of the council join him and just, like, start bodying people off.
Like, is he fighting back, or is
No,
he
he's
just full
just-
gang style stomping?
Like, he's just protecting his neck at this point.
They're giving the boot to him medium style.
Hey,
No.
Oh, I think we're past medium style.
Wu-Tang told you. Protect your neck.
Uh,
I freeze and just
Yeah, I think most of you freeze. It's like, oh, we've seen fights. We have not seen family just, like, trying to stomp in the skull of one of their own.
Like, we didn't even do that to Topo when he was down and crying like the bitch he is.
By the way, did you ever get Topo out of your field?
No,
Completely. I mean, to be fair, the brawl would have.
that's not my problem.
This poor little 11-year-old kid's out there.
My interest in the field stopped when the harvest was over.
We've picked all the grain. Whatever's left in there is for the crows.
In a few months, we'll be tilling up the land. If he's still there, he'll come up.
In pieces, but he'll come up.
Topo's the one getting stomped.
This poor little 11-year-old kid just out there. I'm sorry. This is the worst couple days ever for this poor little bastard.
Besides, I figured his lackey would have done down and dug him up.
Did Slack even know where he went?
Actually, yeah, he did run after him.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyways,
He watched me
yeah.
as he was blasting off again.
Several members of the town council rescue this young man, who you all recognize from the festival. This is...
Is that motherfucking Marcus?
Yes, this is indeed Marcus.
Is that the Joe boy who was stepping out with Tama?
Yes, it was.
Oh, boy.
Wait,
No, Marcus.
no,
is
Marcus
like-
was the lackey.
No, different Marcus.
Okay, so there's two.
There's two Marcuses.
There's a big Marcus and a little Marcus.
There's
Got
Big Marcus and Little
There's one
Marcus.
who fears.
There's also a medium Dave. Thank you for everyone who got that reference.
Nope.
We miss you, Terry Pratchett, so very deeply.
it. That is
That is indeed a
That
baby.
is the
That is
baby.
a baby.
That is a very cranky baby.
Sounds about right too.
But yes, you all watch as Marcus is dug out, and a very similar conversation happens here as happened with the Harris family.
Get off my farm, fed boy.
Yep, pretty much. Get off my farm. We ain't do shit. Ours was the one shot. And the town council is kind of left without an option for a bit there. The rest of the harvest fail. The rest of the the rest of the harvest fair passes. Very subdued, and very few peddlers come back. We will fast forward here about.
Does his mom win the pie eating contest?
Yes.
Pie contest?
I need to know about Mom's pies.
You know what?
Oh no, not the dice.
All about his mom.
Where does our mom win the pie contest?
The pie is canceled.
Ah,
Are you getting
well,
her? Or are you
on the plus
I
side,
don't know the music and I'm just
She keeps the belt.
on the
trophies.
plus side, she keeps belt. Also, I get pie
It's true.
because they don't have the competition. It never leaves the house.
It's also true. We will.
Going to his house.
Hi.
We will fast forward a year. Things in the village begin to kind of wind down, and this pale of anxiety just settles over everything as this feud continues.
Did Old Man Jobin survive?
He did.
Put my age.
Yeah. Old Man Jobin survives, but things in the village just seem wrong. There is tension between most everyone as people begin to not actively take sides, but get kind of pulled into camps, and that
They have sympathies.
yeah, that kind of harmony that small towns rely on to keep going is very much disrupted.
And no one believes Luke's crackpot third shooter theory.
Luke's theory gets mixed in with so many others about, Levik's dad did it, or I heard that the Jobins pissed off a merchant's guard. No,
Did it
they
themselves as a false flag operation.
yeah, the Harrises hired an assassin. Oh,
It was that
Johnny Harris built a crossbow in secret.
it was one of the guards of that one
Merchant,
merchant
do you
who
not know
was
who
super
I
rich
am?
with
The magician,
yeah.
the wizard did it.
And to be fair, a wizard did it is a pretty good guess.
All right.
Unseen servant?
Can't fire weapons, actually.
Popo actually did it.
There are a dozen and one theories.
Renusk's dad has a secret crossbow. He hit it on the way down. Just the unluckiest day ever.
So, planting season is beginning again now.
Topo was finally dug up from the field.
Did we find out if anyone in the town had magic?
No one in the town was found to have magic this time. Amber, it is late at night. You are asleep in your bed. It is still cool enough that you're kind of really wrapped up, just because, hey, it's not really winter, but it's coming into fall, or we're not quite out of fall yet, or anything like that. So I'm just gonna wrap myself up in the evening because we live in the fucking woods.
It's not super cold yet, but every now and then the breeze is just right to get into the room.
When you are dead to the world until you hear your door slam open.
What do I see?
There is a figure that quickly resolves into your mother.
Mommy, what's wrong?
Get your things now. Get up, get dressed. Your warmest clothes, take an extra set.
Yes, yeah.
And you get up.
Yes,
You see your mother putting a pack on her shoulder. Your father is reaching into a trunk that he has kept locked all of your life and pulling out a double-headed axe that seems to pull light into it rather than reflecting the dying embers of the forge. And in a second thing you have never seen, your father swings the axe, cuts a cord, and drops water onto the coals, completely dousing the forge. Even when you all travel, the coals are at least banked and covered because it's just such a bear to start it back up.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing the water above it is more of an emergency measure. Like if something goes wrong, quick out.
He just shuts it down. Put on your boots, now.
Yes, Daddy.
Went a little bit too much Arnold there.
Honestly,
Get
to the chopper.
it kind of
Get to the wagon.
It kind of fits for her dad. Since her dad is obviously some kind of secret double life assassin with a shadow axe.
Yeah,
Let's turn it down just a little.
you are rushed out of the house as soon as your boots are on. As you exit, the noise assails you, and it is the sound of metal hitting metal, stones crumbling, and screams. You see off in the distance fires jumping into the sky.
Mommy, Daddy, what's going on?
Follow us. Keep up. Do not fall behind. Renusk.
I start crying.
Shadows has found us.
You are awoken to the sounds of screaming coming from the fields.
Look out the window.
You see shadowy figures literally tearing through the other farmhands who stay there. You see a man lifted bodily off the ground by a non-distinct figure and simply held in the air, 4 points of darkness coming out of his back before being flung aside. Your father's voice cuts through everything. Hold them back! Get the boy now! Your mother is
diving under the bed.
Your mother rushes into your room. Renusk starts looking around. Renusk, come out now!
Peek out. Mom?
Your mother is there, looking horrified. She has a kitchen knife in one hand that is stained red. Come with me, now!
Keep backing up further under the bed.
Renusk! Now!
You're not going to hurt me, are you?
She reaches under the bed, grabs your arm harder than she has ever grabbed you before, and just drags you out. Get dressed. Now.
Okay.
As you dress quickly, she reaches into a hall closet, grabs a bag, and shoves it into your chest. Carry this and follow me, now.
Okay. What's going on?
Just follow. As you exit, you see your father, a sickle in one hand, just kind of lifting up these figures and just hacking at them before tossing them aside, bellowing in a rage you have never seen in him before. And you are led away. Nymeria, General, your father calls out as loud as he can, "Everybody up!"
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear the twang of a bowstring followed by a loud scream.
Shoes on.
Mm-hmm. And then like clockwork, 3 more followed, each one followed by a scream, just thump, 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 thump.
Making sure my knife is on me.
Both of you have heard the sound of your father's bow so often in your life that there is no mistaking this sound for anything else. Your father has never fired more than 1 shot, let alone fired them quickly. You are just hearing screams. More arrows! And you see your mother rush by your room carrying a quiver that you have seen in your father's closet before, General, and that he explained to you he got when he was in the military. It is heavy leather and holds no less than 40 arrows.
He told us not to touch it.
He told you never to touch any of the equipment unless he tells you to.
I'm guessing this is something he usually doesn't carry with him to hunt because it's a little heavy.
Yeah, this is a war quiver.
Yeah.
And your mother looks in the room. Get dressed. Now. Get to the hearth. Both of you.
I'll make sure my knife is strapped on my side, and I'll get to the hearth.
As you both get there, your father is backing in. He is bleeding badly from one arm and a cut over his eyes, and is just continuing to step, draw, loose, step, draw, loose, step, draw, loose, as he backs further and further into your cottage. Past the door, you see things that act like animals but move like people, continuing to try and gain ground, and every time one of them takes a step forward, an arrow shaft sprouts from their forehead and they fall.
I'm going to take 1 step forward so I'm slightly in front of Nymeria.
Your mother gathers both of you up and reaches into a bag at her side and pulls out a glass ampule. Everybody gather close and close your eyes. Close your eyes, honey.
I bury my face in her stomach.
Throwing! And there, through your eyelids, you see a bright flash of light coming from the direction of the hearth, and a wash of heat goes over your skin. You are both lifted bodily and feel wind against your face.
And I cling to Mommy for dear life.
Levick, you hear a noise in your room.
Oh no, they've already got to you.
It makes perfect sense. Levick's probably up fiddling with something.
You are in bed. It is not even sunrise yet, but you hear a noise in your room, like something scraping against wood.
So, with the hammock being in the corner, slipping through the gap, like into the wall, and then into the very corner of the room under it, and looking up.
You see something about 2 feet tall with 4 arms, 2 of which on one side are just dragging something along the ground. Not like something super heavy, just like, I'm not going to bother picking this up. I don't need to yet. Making its way towards you. Every step is accentuated by a kind of click, just...
It's not your mom. You didn't push her off, right?
You see luminescent green eyes staring directly at you. There is no doubt in your mind. This thing is seeing you. Even in this total darkness, even with you hidden, it knows exactly where you are and is coming for you.
Master Levick, the defensive systems have been activated. Please proceed to bolt hole.
Up into my hammock, reaching up there, grabbing my chalk eraser, cloud, and bolting.
You bolt, and this thing reaches down, grabs you with one hand, and hurls you back to a wall. As it raises that thing it's holding in 2 hands on one side, you see something just kind of glide up behind it, and 3 quick flashes of light, and this thing falls. Your mother reaches over, turns up the wick on your lamp, and she is standing there with a stiletto, this thing's black ichor dripping from it. Get dressed. Now.
Drink for my cloak.
As you do, you see another one of these things just kind of walking up behind her, already raising the weapon.
Duck!
Your mother drops, spins with a perfect arc, and then comes up, driving that stiletto under this thing's chin. This is nothing short of reflex and practice motion.
I'll let your forger.
Mm-hmm. Just drive up, pull out with a twist.
Yeah.
Moments later, you, her, and your father are running through the woods.
Tuck my language scroll into my pants. The last thing I'm grabbing as I'm out of my
Gotcha. Rogarth, you are awakened by a roar. You have picked the wrong home!
Oh shit.
Out of bed.
And something just crashes through your wall, followed very quickly by your father, who crashes through your other wall with it.
Close.
Yeah.
Shield, wooden sword, map.
Your mother quickly follows through, dragging something by its chin across the floor, and pries open its mouth before breathing a cloud of acid directly into its lungs.
Oh my god.
Just-
Parents are his parents are a WWE pro wrestler and a Japanese pro wrestler.
Oh, I was just gonna say King Kong and Godzilla.
No. You ever seen Japanese pro wrestling? They've got the
Yeah.
they're showmen.
Like this thing convulses as it starts to dissolve, and your mother just drops it,
I got my clothes on,
turns
I got my
reptilian
gun shot, I
eyes
got
on you,
my sword, I got my shield, I got my map. I'm ready.
grabs you, and leaps out of the hole your father made. As your father is getting up, he holds out a hand behind him, and you hear rip, whoom, and your mother and you just are dropped to the ground as your father raises up this shadowy creature, holds it in front of him as his axe comes through and reaches his hand.
My daddy's
That's
sword.
fucked up.
Take him where he needs to go.
Beat him, daddy.
I'm going to have fun now.
Is his dad wearing his armor, or is
Why
that on
is
the way
that-
Iron Man style too?
Why is that hot?
Because it's hot.
Yeah.
That is, oh, he's about to destroy
No,
things.
that's-
Can I be
that's-
one of them?
That's everybody here. Let's make another.
No, trust me, I get it. The instant he mentioned his mom dragging a shadow beast by the chin, I was like,
All of you are running through the woods, some of you carried by your parents.
poor old Luke is still asleep in bed.
Oh, yeah. No.
Nobody cares about the tax
It's just got a little smaller.
He just wakes up the next day, the entire rest of the time is dead. His house is perfectly fine.
Luke, you are actually already where they are going. This is how I'm going to retcon that shit.
I was just thinking, like,
Your
that makes perfect sense too, because Luke's become paranoid enough.
Today.
He's got a go bag. What a kid thinks a good go bag looks like.
All right. I need my candy, my toys, my book.
My abacus.
He thinks he's being much more serious than that. There is some candy in there. Doesn't take up much space or weight. A couple small wheels of cheese. That'll keep for like 2 years, which is basically eternity.
No,
No.
your
Luke's dad is getting to the nearest bridge before everybody else so he can impose a toll.
no, your father comes into your room incredibly calm. Get up, get dressed. We are leaving.
Boots, clothes, Go back. I can hear the terror in his voice.
No, it is perfect calm. Just, like this is the same way he's told you, we're going into town today. We're going to go see Mr. Higgins today. Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Your grandfather died today.
And he walks out, and as you exit the absolute silence that was your home, you walk into more silence. There's fire everywhere. There are people running around, looking like they're screaming. You hear nothing. Just as your father proceeds, one of the shadow things runs up, and he very calmly raises a hand. Fire leaps from it, consumes the creature, and he proceeds at a measured pace. Keep up. Keep up.
Yeah, I'll keep up. Go back.
No, new people had magic.
Where's Mom?
Mother is currently engaged.
I thought you were already married.
Not that type of engaged. Son, we will have to work on your vocabulary.
His mother's a dwarf, right?
And
engaged in combat.
lightning bolts rain from the sky and consume like several
We're just
other
having
creatures.
a regular ass conversation. If Dad's not
They're
scared.
both humans.
Oh, okay.
Who's both humans?
Your parents.
No, Mom's a dwarf.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So is his mom pulling a cheery from that one?
You do see your mother in her forge, not fighting anything. She is furiously working on that sword you saw her working on the previous year.
Mom knows how to take care of herself.
Yep. All of you, you make it to the woods in no time. Nothing slows your pace.
If Dad's not scared, I've got no reason to be scared.
Yeah. Your father is proceeding like, it might rain today.
I'm a shadow beast. It's always a pain.
For me, it was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
For my dad, it's like I'm going on a walk.
I take very enthusiastic walks.
Your dad is literally like, undo this lock.
Yes, I'm going on a walk.
I haven't done that
You
for
all
20
arrive
years.
at a cottage in a section of the woods. Nymeria and General, you both have specifically been told to never go to.
Is this Miss Bag's cottage?
Standing on a rickety porch is Granny Max, leaning heavily on a gnarled wooden walking stick. The rest of you arrive.
Hello, Miss Mags.
With Luke and his father already there.
So, when we were traveling, I'm gonna say I tried to keep pace with.
You're
my
just
dad.
being carried.
Oh, just being carried.
There was no,
We are
hey,
footballs.
we're going to trust you to make your way through these treacherous woods in the dark. It's,
You are 7
nope.
years old. I can lift you.
Yeah. You are as light as, you are lighter.
This many.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Keep in mind, it's been a year.
We're
So you're 6 now.
So now you're 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were in the spring after the harvest.
No, he said it's been a year.
Okay.
So I already went and upgraded my age, my weight, my height.
So those creatures aren't natural, right? I'm not imagining that.
Very
No.
much natural, just not to here, son.
Oh, is this a border raid?
It would appear so.
Mother, what is going on?
Don't worry.
Dad gets to fight. Dad gets to fight.
Your mother,
Dad
Nymeria,
silhouettes walking.
your mother steps forward to Granny Mags. What are you doing here? A raid is happening. I did warn you. The woods had been very active of late, but your little town feud had to take priority. I have fulfilled the letter of my bonds. I need you to guard them. The letter of my bonds, woman.
Daddy, what's he talking about?
That's Granny Max. Your father looks at you. Hush, no. Don't make me do it this way. And your mother pulls off her wedding band.
Wait, whose mother is
Our
talking
mother.
about?
Your mother.
Okay.
So Jin and Nymeria's mother.
By oath sworn and spell wrought, I call upon compulsion. The woods around you go silent, and you see Granny Mag stands up, taller and is radiating wrath.
Luke doesn't know what this is, doesn't really fully understand, but he knows contract talk when he hears it.
Yeah, that was by oath sworn and spell wrought.
Yes, I invoke compulsion.
Yeah. Oh, something serious is going on.
By that which is laid upon you, I make demand and will see it met. You will guard these children brought here to you till we have come to reclaim them. All within your power to see to their safety. And your mother walks up, and you can see a reluctance in Granny Mag's movements as she holds out one gnarled hand, palm up, and your mother drops the ring into it. I lay this Gaius upon you, Megara.
Religion check.
Go for it.
I would like to, well, I probably won't figure anything out, but religion, right?
Yep.
Actually, just...
That is a very proper noun. So I figured it's religion.
History check?
Insight.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
The rat... Who are you inciting? Mags or your mother?
Mother.
Your mother was not lying when she said she did not want to do this. You sense regret and pain for her having to go about it this way. But underneath all of that is an absolute resolve to protect each of you.
17.
Religion check. You know what the term Gaius means. And it is a act of, within religion, it is an act of religious compulsion. Hey, you've been given a holy contract. You don't get to say no now.
Well, that I get. I mean, Megara seemed to really proper.
You got nothing for that in religion.
Oh, that's her real name.
Max Love. I'll put that together.
Yeah, I know an appropriate amount of religion for a 6-year-old.
Gotcha. Any other checks going on?
I had a
Don't let the guy in the ropes
13,
touch you.
and I'm doing investigation to watch what happens to Granny Rag.
Don't call her that. That's rude.
I didn't. He knows
The
it.
hand closes around the ring as if she is fighting to keep it open. And just draws down to her side. She is still letting off that wrath in fucking waves. The tension coming from her is palpable.
I'll fucking do it, but how dare you make me?
And she just steps to the side, looks at all of you. Get in.
Mother?
I back away.
Your parents start pushing you forward.
Anything specific I need to do?
Dad, I don't want to go.
You need to.
Anything specific I need to do
We
while you're gone,
have
Dad?
to do what we can to save the town, and we cannot do that while protecting you. If you force us to take you with us, there is a very good chance we die. And you die too.
And I'm doing my best to not cry.
You've got
And
that,
failing.
you've got that stoic,
I don't want you
I gotta
to go.
stand
You
up
can't
straight,
go.
but
You can't
tears
go.
run.
You promised you would stay. You can't go. You can't. You said you...
I promised you to be safe. Granny Max will keep you safe.
She's gonna eat us.
No, she won't. She's not allowed. You heard that. She's not allowed. She has to protect you right now.
You have to come back. You promised to show me how to use the bow.
Yeah,
You promised.
Promised to come back.
You promised.
If there's any chance at all I can return, nothing will stop me.
Give him the good luck.
Hug him on and walk inside.
I give him the good luck charm from last year.
He takes it, ties it to his bow.
Luke's just going to ask his dad. Casuals could be. Is dad still calm? There's no reason. Why are you all freaking out?
No,
my dad
your father is. I'm not even going to make you insight this now. Your father is holding a thin veneer of control at the moment, and you can see the cracks starting to form.
Oh, even worse. Well, now I really should not freak out. He's going to freak out. What should I study while I wait for you?
History. Study history.
I think that book's in the go bag. Bye, Daddy.
He hugs you, does that shoulder squeeze. I am incredibly proud of you.
Oh, he's totally gonna die.
Oh, he's a dead man.
So it's like hugging tight, like cause I'm like being dragged in, hugging tightly.
That death flag is not a banner.
Like me and my dad had the dad had a thing, and it's like me and the mom. I'm just looking at her, so it's like the look without saying it.
Yeah, Luke is basically just
so you're hugging dad. I'm hugging
he's
mom.
gonna freak out.
Like I gave dad the good luck charm. I gave dad his hug. So it's like with mom, it's like we've had our differences, and it's just that
she squeezes you as tightly as she can.
Yeah, Luke's just gonna walk inside with a thank you, Miss Megara. He's gonna be polite.
I tell my parents I love you in Dwarven.
Please come back.
Please come back.
Please come back.
Your father nods at you, and your mother just goes, "Nothing will stop us as long as we breathe."
Your pie was better.
I'm not liking all these conditionals people putting on.
Your pie was the best.
I appreciate that.
Know what a death flag is? I'm not saying shit.
I'm gonna take Nymeria's hand and
lead her in.
Bravely as I can walk towards Granny Mag's place.
Inside, it's like really comfy. Like, what took y'all so long?
I'm gonna sit there and like hug my mom, and then like show them what you're made of.
She just presses her forehead to yours.
Yeah. Show them what you're made of, and then I'm gonna walk inside and I'm gonna sit there and wait.
So my tail is like a cat's right now. So it's like just.
Yep.
I know what my parents are capable of. If things are gonna they're gonna cost. They will cost.
Nothing is scarier than mom pissed off.
So, Dad's still backfighting.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, what's going to happen to Dad?
Your father is going to kill a lot of things that dared to trespass on his land.
Okay. What's going to happen to you? You going to stay here with us?
No. I'm going to go and make your father's breakfast. Because you know how he gets when he's hungry.
Honestly, that would be out of character. That's probably the best thing she could have said.
Honestly, everything's gonna be fine because I need to make breakfast.
Make his.
She's making breakfast, so she's sure everything's gonna be fine, and he's gonna be at the table.
I feel like laughing and crying right now. Just off of that.
He's gonna need that coffee.
Okay, I forgot my book, but okay.
We'll get it when I come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You can borrow one of mine.
Okay, you promise you're coming back.
I'm coming back.
Okay. Oh. Okay, Mom.
I swear to God.
I love
swear
you.
to God.
I love you too.
Okay. I'm gonna just
a moment.
Hug and then turn and just walk into his house.
As you walk into a pitch black house, Granny Mags turns around, the moonlight kind of silhouetting her, and the door closes. Oh, that's right, Levick. God damn, I'm going to forget every one of you at some point this session.
To be fair,
no, actually, no. Levick said he just marched right in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave my mom a quick hug.
Yeah.
What?
And the door.
I mean, fuck your dad, right?
Dad's not there.
Yeah.
Dad stayed behind playing fucking bam, bam, bam.
Like I said, and the door closed behind you, leaving you all in absolute darkness.
You better not.
And we'll pick this up next week. Thank you all so much for listening. subscribe to us on Patreon, and get to listen to our leftovers session where we talk about what we thought about the session, theories going forward. I get the distinct impression the next one's going to be interesting, folks. See you next week.